Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lotus Chat Worldwide. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Jenn. Hello, listeners.
And hi, Jen.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So after last week's topic, and we thought this week we could come right in and discuss something a little bit more casual and give everyone an opportunity for myself to get to know the Lotus girls, and also at the same time just having a casual topic, So we are jumping into episode 49, Conversations with the Lotus Ladies. So if you haven't clicked subscribe or follow us, do so in our YouTube and our Spotify channels. So let's jump right in. So I want to get to know you girls. So Laura, tell me, how have being a part of Lotus Chat in any way influenced your life?
Well, several ways. First of all, it is such an honor to be with Zian, Jazzy, and Jenn, and I learned so much from them each week when we do this. Of course, we know what the topic is, so we research and do our own homework, but it's almost as if that's just to kind of prepare our minds. But when we come, our hearts are here because people start speaking authentically. And I learned so much from the ladies. So how it's changed me is it's given me a voice to be able to realize what I've been learning all along and putting it in practice, and hearing thoughts from you ladies as to how you're putting concepts into practice. So it's an encouragement for me. The second thing is these are things that we've learned that we can share with others and hopefully will make a difference for them. What's interesting for me is in my coaching business, this is like, it's just like an avenue to have it out there on social media. And then I can go and say in my coaching business, hey, watch Lotus Chat. Watch this one. This one's really good. Not just me, but the other ladies involved. And so it just continually helps me to learn from others. And I'm so grateful. Jenn, how has Lotus Chat Worldwide supported you, helped you, and what have you learned from this process or this program?
Well, I love that we are allowing our viewers to get a little more into who we are within this incredible creative space. I know to all the viewers out there who are just joining us today, we just had our 40th episode not too long ago, and it has been such a privilege and an honor to be here with you guys every single week. And I know from where we started to where we are now, like personally, I feel there's been a lot of growth. Coming from a self-confessed introvert that I used to be, this definitely pushed me out of a box, and I'm so grateful and so glad that this idea even came to fruition. It started off as just one little idea between all of us here within a space where we were taking a development course, and it was one of those things where we were like, let's see it, let's film episode 1 and see where it goes. And here we are, episode 40. Zian, you said 49, right?
49.
Yeah, this is absolutely incredible. So for me, the way it's changed my life is definitely taking me out of a space to become more authentic to myself and actually allowing myself to really speak from the heart and let my voice really just come out. And for anyone out there who struggles with that, I hope that you can see that it is possible to come out of your cage, whatever cage, mental cage, or whatever you put yourself in, to be able to just be yourself and be able to also inspire people with your voice. I know that one of the comments that we've received from one of our viewers out there is that they like how much this feels like we were all in a living room together, just having a conversation amongst friends. And they're like, this is really like refreshing and new. And it's one of those things that makes this particular viewer feel comfortable and coming back week after week, so that she too feels like she's a part of that living room with us, sitting with us. So that was one of the things that, it touched me to hear that. And I'm so glad to be a part of this. And I've learned so much from everyone here. so many pearls of wisdom, not just in, you know, our episodes, Pearls of Wisdom, check those two out. We have 2 of those, but every single week, our hope is that we're able to inspire you, even with just a few words. If there's something that you can take away, that makes us feel like we've come here and we've done what we're supposed to. So yeah, there's where I come from.
That's nice. And I agree with you, Jen. Like this whole idea, we started off really like just an idea from Jazzy, and then we just took it and we just ran with it. And I really can't believe it's 49 episodes. And I agree with you that it really pushed me out of the comfort zone in a way that my core nature of being someone who wants to know the whole plan would probably not agree to this, because I don't know where this is going. What am I going to talk in Lotus Chat episode 50, you know, like, because I need to see the whole plan. But I think doing Lotus Chat, it helps me to really just have the intention and then surrender and see, you know, what comes. And many times, as we discussed just now, Laura, like, you know, many times when we can plan and do our homework, but nothing is really firm until we click record, and then the conversation will just flow. So I also learned to trust myself, you know, and just go with it. I also want to take the opportunity to thank all the Lotus Chat ladies. It is really such a pleasure. I learned a lot from all of you, and I think all of us bring true to the table our strengths and our, you know, uniqueness that makes Lotus Chat so unique, because we all have different perspective. And at the same time, what really encourages me to go on is occasionally when I receive DMs or when people will come to me and say, hey, you know, I like that episode and that episode really impacted me. I was like, wow. And it could be just 1 or 2 women out there who actually text me, but it means a lot to me. So to all the women who's listening to this at any point in time, you know, do keep the fire and encouragement coming along by just sharing your thoughts, or even say, oh, I like this episode and how it has impacted you. Yeah. Have you girls received any of this?
Oh, yes. I've had a couple of clients just absolutely love it. Said much of the same things Jen's contact said, but also they like the topics. They think they're very relevant to what they're topics that you don't normally bring up in conversation with your friends. You know, you're talking about happening surface things. That these are things that we think about, but wonder if anyone else thinks about. And so that's the feedback I get.
No, yeah, Laura, I agree with you. Definitely agree with you 100%. I do receive feedback, and I'm really grateful that you guys are all emailing or even direct messaging us, you know, just telling us, I love that episode. That takes me back to episode 5 when we recorded What's Love Got to Do with It. Clever title on the 5 love languages. That is actually Lotus Chat Worldwide's top episode. And it was one of those episodes where I feel like we brought in, you know, a favorite book, a book of ours that definitely had impacted us. And so relevant because a lot of what I feel we've discussed in our episodes is how to build not only a healthy relationship with ourselves, but with other people around us. And I love that that is like the, you know, the key, the thing that combines all episodes. Yeah, and I encourage all of you out there, if you've not seen episode 5, What's Love Got to Do with It, check it out, because it has not only all 3 of us, but it has our lovely Lotus lady Jazzy and Matilda, who we absolutely love, who started this journey with us many months ago. So check that one out. I don't know, do you guys have an episode that particularly that you enjoyed recording, or that, you know, sticks out for you?
I think for me, they've all been favorites, but I think we did several on acknowledgement and affirmation. And that's a real important subject for me because there's not enough of it. I want to challenge our listeners, go to your favorite coffee place, your favorite fast food place, and just be as kind as you can to the people that are waiting on you. Be authentic and sincere. I'm now getting free drinks at Starbucks because we're so grateful, because someone's being kind. And we talked about that, and I'm not doing this so you'll get a free drink. I'm just saying that there's just not enough affirmation and positive reinforcement. And so making a difference in the people in our world. And so that's why those really taught me a lot. How about you, Zian?
I can't remember all the episodes, to be honest, but now that you talk about acknowledgement, I think I kind of like the one that talks about gratitude. So
Yes.
it links a little bit. And every time I think when we talk about those topics, it solidifies those thoughts in my mind too. It makes me want to feel more gratitude, and it makes me want to go out there and acknowledge people too.
Yes.
So yeah, so it really helps in that sense. So that's probably one of my favorite, the magic of gratitude. So do check it out if you have not watched it.
Oh, Zian, I'm glad that both you and Laura brought up the acknowledgement episode that you guys did. That was, if everyone out there, it's episode 40. Definitely check that out if you haven't had a chance. And there's a quote from there that really stuck with me, that Zian, that you said. For me, acknowledgement is really validating that person in front of you at a level so deep that it touches their bone, their blood, and their soul. Oh my God. I was like, that was an incredible thing for you to say, because that is really why it's so powerful when you acknowledge people in that deep way. And imagine if we could all like really go out there and just do it exactly like that.
Yeah.
And how much we can change in this world. So
Yes,
Zian, thank you so much. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Yeah.
One of the things, these ladies will laugh, this is for our listeners, that I'm known for is my reading. And I do not recommend books that I like or okay, but if I really like it, I'm like, I just hound these ladies until Amazon sales click high, because they go out and buy it. But I think that's something that we can share with you and each other, is when we learn something new or there's something that touches us, don't just sit on it, but share it and give it as a gift to somebody. Say, I learned this and this touched me so much. I want to share it with you. There's nothing more intimate or giving than wanting to share something that touched you with somebody else. So a lot of the things that you'll hear is something that one of us has learned that we want to share with you as a listener and share with each other.
Yes, I agree. And I am a big believer in timing. Sometimes when you share that episode with someone, it might just speak to them in just the right time that they needed to hear it. And it's very different when you hear it from a neutral perspective that is not directed to you, and versus, a friend trying to give you a piece of advice, when you don't need it.
Yeah, and if you're like me, when I watch these episodes, I like to take note of those things that really do impact me. So if you definitely, check out the episodes as you're listening to them, have a notebook with you. I have this notebook that I call my notebook of quotes, and it's things that I've taken from like books, stuff I've read on the internet, things that, like even short little sayings that I found, let's say, even when I'm shopping and there's like, a little board that has like a really cute saying on it, I write it into this book. And these episodes have allowed me to add to that. And I'm so grateful for that, because it's not only coming from a place where I know experience, because we've all had experiences, and that's where we're all like speaking from the heart from. But it also comes from a space of community and friendship. And I just love that that's what we're building here with you, the listener out there, and with you, the viewer. And we want to continue doing that forward. So if there's ever anything that really touches you, please email us and let us know, like this, what you just said really touched me, or I'm going to share this on my social media, or email this to a friend or a loved one. Definitely, we encourage you to do that all the time if you can.
Yes. And for those women or men out there who's listening and they probably, don't have a lot of time and they're busy, I want to encourage you to check out the little quotes that we put in the description box. That's one of the key features that we started a few weeks back, so that we could accommodate to people who are really busy and they don't have time to go through the entire minutes of the episode. But I don't know if you girls feel this, but every time when I do one episode, I can feel the same energy about the episode throughout the entire week. Like, say for example, when we do like the gratitude episode that I like, the whole week I will be facing situations, or there will be opportunities for me to be gratitude about, to be grateful about, So just an observation.
Yes, so we're actually with you, the viewer and listeners out there, we're applying this as we do this with you. So we're actually in practice with each of you, because like I said, there's so much that I've learned where I'm like, I need to apply that. Like, Laura said something really interesting. I need to practice that. Like, let me see if I can apply that somewhere. So yeah, we're in this work with you. So you're not alone in the work. Laura, do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, 49 episodes of that. Yes. I remember the episode we did about being still and not always saying, I can't remember. I'm sure, Jen, you've got it, but the one where silence is sometimes the best answer. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think you've got to fight back, or you've got to be the last word. But that one really affirmed for me what I was learning about silence. Sometimes is the best answer, and sometimes it's better and more powerful depending upon the situation. And so then we did another one on finding, I'm sorry, I'm not remembering all the topics, but I know we talked about speaking truth. And so for me, those have been really powerful in hearing how you ladies have applied them, and my struggle to apply them and master them. And so that has been so important to me, to be able to master them. And this holds me accountable. And that's what I love about Lotus Chat, is I feel like I'm being held accountable for the things I'm learning on my journey.
Well, I loved hearing all of this, Laura, Zian, about the different things that have impacted you in this journey, because it's really been a journey of love that we've all are really inspired to do. And Zian, I thank you so much for, along with Laura, for definitely being out there and being our leaders in terms of helping us, figure things out once we're in, what are we going to do today? Like, how are we going to organize this? That it's really great. So pod to the end, yes. And to Jenn out there, who's out there doing the research, who's getting us, giving us, inspiring us with different things, to all of us here who are, coming together with her in that research to create what you guys see every week. We all are super glad that we found each other. I personally am saying that, I'm so glad that we found each other. And moving forward, like we have said, please do not hesitate to reach out to us on Lotus Chat Worldwide at gmail.com. Also follow us if you haven't yet. This is just an example of the individuals that you will see every week opening their hearts and their minds to you. And can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify. You can, also share us with your family and friends, as we said. Laura, Zian, do you have any closing remarks for our viewers and listeners out there?
I'm just want to thank all the listeners who's been listening week on week, and for those new listeners, just jump right in and see what you think about it.
Please, listeners, let us know what resonates for you, so that we can keep providing topics and conversations that matter in your everyday life, because that's why we do this. Thank you.
Yes, so next week we hope to have our lovely Lotus lady, Jazzy, with us, so we can continue on with our discussion on the balancing the inner self. Our discussion from last week was on supporting the inner masculine. Next week, we're hoping to continue that discussion on supporting the inner feminine in all of us. And like I said, please do let us know what resonates for you. And we really hope to see you all with us again next week. Take care, and we love you all.
Bye.
Bye.